If you've used Power Automate approvals, you've already used adaptive cards. They put interaction right where your users are already working or collaborating.
So you just want a little snack, you want to provide a little data or approve something.
Matt and Anthony show what's now possible, and they answer that question. What about licensing, right? Am I gonna need another license for these? And this conversation happened.
You know, why would I have cookies in a world where I eat dinners?
Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topnis from the PowerCat team, and today we are here with Matt and Anthony from Cards for Power Apps. Hey, you guys.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
So these cards we're talking about are adaptive cards. What are adaptive cards, Matt?
So adaptive cards came out of the conversational AI team. Sometimes you want to maybe have a conversation with text, and then at some point the AI just wants to say, oh, here's a button. Can you just click on which button you want? They're really nice for fitting into different places where you don't want to go over and go into a full-scale app experience. You just want a little snack. You want to provide a little data or approve something or vote on something. And then also a lot of folks embed cards on their own websites, and Instagram even embeds adaptive cards in their own app. So cards can go kind of anywhere.
So adaptive cards have been around for a little while. Why are we talking about them when we're talking about Power Apps?
Well, although we love that adaptive cards are really simple and they usually just have one or two buttons, sometimes the code you have to put behind them to make them do interesting things can be really PhD level code. And so we said, hey, in Power Apps, we have a bunch of ways, either through Power Effects, writing code, through connectors, using sort of UI to build logic, and then even calling Power Automate flows. We have all these great ways to build logic. So we said, if we take the Power Apps ways of building logic with incredible simplicity and versatility and reach of the adaptive cards format, we'd really give citizen developers a new opportunity for scale.
And now a lot of the functionality you described is similar to a Power App. So if I'm in the Power App Studio, why wouldn't I just build an app?
You know, why would I have cookies in a world where I eat dinners? You know, sometimes a cookie is the right size solution.
Obvious.
Right? But think of things like, here's a classic example. We need you to update your sales opportunity estimate on this project. So instead of someone just sending me the whole app, send me a field where I can just input that single piece of data. Then when I do it, because we're tied into the Power Apps ecosystem, it's writing to Dataverse, it's writing to SAP, it's writing to whatever data store you're keeping your business logic in, because it uses all that same plumbing underneath. So what we're seeing is, you know, from a world where people kind of have the conversation in chat and then they have homework to get the job done, we're seeing increasingly you can actually just get the job done in chat, and that includes some fairly high stakes jobs. We can have people from different companies in one chat bidding on a project or product with only one person in the chat seeing the bids, approving them or not, and then others bidding independently. That's what this infrastructure really promises to us.
So there's so much buzz right now with AI all over Power Platform. How does AI fit in with Cards for Power App?
We think that the simplicity of cards makes them a really good target for AI-driven maker methods. And sometimes those methods won't be appearing in the studio. Sometimes they might be appearing right in Teams. At some point, I can say, hey, why don't I ask the AI for help with this? And the AI can then generate the card and insert it directly into our chat. So you can sort of finish the project there. But look for some interesting stuff coming in the second half of the year with Cards and AI.
Oh, that's really exciting. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Now, Anthony, cards have been in preview for a while. What's happened during that preview time? What's new?
So one is the integration with Power Automate. So now you can use the connectors and triggers and actions you know and love. So that ability to send cards automatically, pass in inputs, pass in values from Flow, to be super transformative for how people send cards today. The second bit is around the new ways of authoring, the better ways of authoring. So we've added updates to the variables pane so you can make that easier. And so when you drag and drop controls, you can see a preview versus when it go. You can do things like intelligent prose suggestions for your Power Effects expressions, stuff like that. And so if you're an existing Power Apps Canvas maker, it'll feel even more familiar and useful. If you're a new one, it'll feel more intuitive, easy to do, easy to build to make those cards easier and faster.
Now, for people creating cards, do I have the ability to grant security on who can only edit this card or view it?
Yeah, for sure. Cards are another table in Dataverse and follow the same kind of RBAC systems, permission systems that all Dataverse tables do. And so you can, as a global admin, you can delete them. As a system administrator, you can manage them. As a card creator, you can have own permissions to be the editor of that no one else does besides your global admins. And so you get the same kind of security permissions that we know and love with Dataverse.
And then similarly for ALM, right? When I want to deploy these to a production environment, Are these also supported by solutions and all that?
Yeah, there's definitely opportunity for improvements in this particular space. We want to make cards a first.
Sorry, I didn't mean this to be a gotcha, Anthony.
No, totally. I mean, it's a great call out, right? Solutions are a major part of the ecosystem, and so we want to make cards a first class citizen of solutions the way that they are with other things. For today, they are usable though. They're another piece of data in the Dataverse ecosystem, and so you can add specific cards to solution. You can import those solutions. And so it works, but it's definitely an opportunity for us to make that even better in the future.
And then Anthony, of course, I have to ask you,
what about licensing?
right? Am I going to need another license for these?
Yeah, so you don't need a different license for this. It leverages the same license that we use for Power Apps as it is cards for Power Apps, and so it's part of that system.
Kind of the
And so if it works the exact same way, if you use a premium connector in your card, you need a premium license. Today, the connector available is Dataverse, so your cards will be premium if you use that. But if you're using non-premium connectors, you don't have Dataverse in there. It's a standard card, and so you don't need you just need the standard license.
Nice. Simple licensing message, right? It follows the rules we already know. That's refreshing.
Exactly.
And then where do you go from here, right? You talked about all the new things we've gotten since preview. What happens next?
Yeah, there's a couple of great things coming. I think Matt hinted at some of them, things like support for Outlook. We're also adding things like a form and gallery control alongside what Canvas has to make it easier to build those kind of data-driven cards as well. We're looking for more connectors as well. We're going to start bringing in some of the top connectors from Canvas, things like Office 365 User, SQL, stuff like that. And then I mentioned the solutions piece, another kind of important bit. And then I think one of the super cool ones is the ability to fire a flow from a button. So I talked about the Power Automate integration where you can automatically send cards via Power Automate, but the ability to have an action fire when you press a button in your card that fires off a whole flow, I think will be super awesome as well.
Super useful. And if people want to go try these out, what do they need to know? Where do they go?
If you go to any environment with Dataverse and look for the cards tab, you might have to pin it from the new home screen, but it's there and you can build them and try them out and explore them.
There's a lot here, and I'm glad this is finally getting so much easier to build cards. Matt and Anthony, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for watching, everyone.